Good evening, guys. This is take 3 by now. Take 3. There's too much noise here tonight. My dogs are kicking off. I was doing my prayer, the wife came home, so now I'm trying to get this done in one go. Welcome to Storyteller's Corner, guys, for Wednesday, the 4th of March, and thank you for joining me. And when, oh my days, now the melon balut the eggman's coming now. More barking dogs. This is take. I'm going to carry on, guys. This is take 3. Already twice I was interrupted, but now I'm going to go ahead. But when the Eggman comes, I'm going to pause the story. So here we go, guys. Now this is we're off to Topsy Tickletown now, where I think it's very quiet and peaceful. Not like round here, but anyway, guys. You remember it's in chapter 65 in Topsy Tickletown. I think Susan. Where are we, guys? Susan, the hidden reason that she was after lost courage. So we're on to chapter 66 now. This is the day the stars went out. So let's see how they get on, guys. It happened quietly, too quietly. One morning, the tiny golden stars Susan had helped scatter across the cobblestones were gone. Not faded, not dimmed, they were gone. The square looked ordinary again. Plain stone, plain air, and plain hesitation. I think maybe I better hesitate here, guys, and let the Eggman go by before we continue any further. So let me just recap, guys. Remember Susan, she had an hidden reason, and it was lost courage. So this is chapter 66. The day the stars went out, and we're going to see what happened here, guys. So let me just recap what I said, and we're going to pause, I think, when the melon man comes. The balut man, rather. Eggman. Here we go. Let's let the Eggman go past first, guys. Maybe it's a good time to take a sip of coffee. There. Now, let's just... there we go, guys. It's the Eggman. That's the Eggman. And the dogs always just kick off because they don't like the noise. So let's start again, guys. The day the stars went out in Topsy Tickletown. It happened quietly, too quietly. One morning, the tiny golden stars Susan had helped scatter across the cobblestones were gone. Not faded, not dim, they were just gone. The square looked ordinary again. Plain stones, plain hair, plain hesitation. The little boy with the skipping rope stood still again. The baker's apprentice took her new ideas back into the drawer. Sir Stumblepants practised speeches in whispers. Patricia felt it first. The courage is hiding, she said softly. Lisa knelt and touched the ground where a star had been. No, she murmured, it's waiting. Susan stood very still. Her breath grew shallow. This is what happened before, she whispered. Richard stepped closer, but he didn't take over. Tell us, he said gently. Susan swallowed. In my old town, when the small courage disappeared, I panicked. I tried to force it back. I made an announcement, I organised grand displays, and I was overwhelmed with everything. Her voice trembled, and they retreated further. Gigi moved beside her. And what do you feel like doing now? She asked quietly. Susan's hands curled slightly. Fixing it. Richard added, that's honest, that's honest. The town felt fragile again, not broken, just unsure. Captain Wobbleboots approached nervously. Are we failing? He asked. That word hung heavy. Susan closed her eyes. This was the moment, the same crossroads, the same frightening tightening in her chest, the same temptation to rescue everything loudly. But this time she wasn't alone. She opened her eyes slowly. No, she says, not loudly, not dramatically, just clearly. We are not failing. She turned, not to the crowd, but to the one person, the little boy with his skipping rope. She crouched to his level. Would you try once today? She asked gently. He looked uncertain. There's no stars, he says. Susan smiled softly. You don't need one. I'll watch. That was all. No festival, no speech, no golden chalk, just presence. He tried. He stumbled. He tried again. He laughed. A tiny shimmer flickered on the stones beneath him. Not bright, but visible. Across the square, the baker's apprentice saw it. Sir Stumblepants noticed. One by one, small attempts returned. Not because of stars, not because of spectacle, but because someone stayed calm. Lisa's voice was quiet beside Patricia. She didn't try to carry it all. Patricia nodded. She trusted it. Richard looked at Gigi, something deep and steady in his expression. She chose differently. Gigi squeezed his hand, and that's courage too. Susan stood slowly at the faint golden glimmers. They began appearing again across the square, not painted, not placed, but earned. The stars were something she had given the town. They were something the town created when someone believed in the smallest steps. Susan felt tears gathering in her eyes. Not from regret, but from relief. I thought I'd had to save it before, she whispered. Gigi smiled warmly. You just have to stay. The sky seemed softened that evening. The sky seemed softer that evening. The stars above shimmered gently, echoing the tiny golden ones below. Susan stood in the square watching small acts unfold naturally. No panic, no rushing, no rescuing, just steady encouragement. And this time, when courage trembled, she did not make it louder, she let it begin. That night, beneath the oak tree, Susan spoke quietly to Richard and Gigi. I don't feel like I failed anymore, she said. Richard nodded. Because you didn't. Gigi smiled. And you learned. In Topsy Tickle Town, learning was its own kind of magic. But there we go, guys. Stay calm and all shall be alright. Right, guys. Excuse me, guys. Oh, excuse me, guys. Right. That was chapter 66. Join me tomorrow, guys, for chapter 67, which is entitled The Letter with No Return Address. So, who sent the letter with no return address? Maybe we'll never know because it's got no name on it, maybe. But let's find out tomorrow, guys. We'll go back to Topsy Tickle tomorrow for chapter 67, The Letter with No Return Address. Return to sender. That place unknown. You know the song, guys? I can't sing it because I'll be copyrighted, but you know, his horse is leaving the building. Yes, that's the man. Begins with V. You have to watch out. If you sing on there, YouTube will copyright you and ban your story. So all we're saying is a letter with no return address. Return to sender. And he leaves the building. It's a famous line. Anyway, guys, join me for Topsy Tickle tomorrow evening. But we're off to... We've got a beach wedding in the morning, guys, down in our story of the Quiet Sea. And you're invited to the beach wedding of Edith Duff and Captain Grumpy Crow. So I've sent everyone an invitation, so I hope you received it. You're coming to the beach wedding in Portsmouth Harbour in the United Kingdom. So join me for that tomorrow, guys. That is 22, and it's called At First Light. So does that mean it's going to be an early wedding? We'll see. But don't know, guys. Join me tomorrow in Topsy Tickle Town, The Letter with No Return Address. And it looks like Susan is getting the courage back. I think what it means is Susan tries to make everyone, takes everything on her own shoulders and tries too hard. So, but Gigi and Richard are there to reassure her with gentle words. So there we go, guys. Take care now and join me tomorrow for more stories But tonight, thank you guys for joining me in Storyteller's Corner. This was a third take. There's a lot of distractions tonight. But anyway guys, enjoy the stories and have a peaceful evening. Bye bye now. God bless us all.